Maestro, the book Maestro, A Surprising Story About Leading by Listening, is really a book that reminded me of the brilliance of the leadership of a great conductor. The flow of the book is you've got a business leader who talks about a business problem, and then you have his experience by watching the maestro at work. And the book describes the way the maestro listens and then leads. So, as usual, I'm going to read a few of the quotes, not all of them, but drop down to the third quote under the line. Here's the pattern. The orchestra would play, the maestro would comment. They would play again and fix whatever flaws he had found. If they didn't, he would make them do it again until it was right. His success came from being demanding, not settling for anything less than his high standards. By making the musician repeat a passage until it was right, he let them know that they couldn't get away with anything less. Here was a leader who could isolate the faulty part and refine it until it connected flawlessly with the next piece in the puzzle. So here's what's happening. This business leader is watching his people at work. They're not communicating well. They're not doing what they need to do. He's trying to figure out ways to correct them. And he is so frustrated that he finds out about this maestro and the way he works, and he goes and he watches them. And he sits in the orchestra, and he watches the maestro, and he sees the way that the maestro listens, stops, corrects. They repeat from page 85. This is the last quote we'll look at. Your conducting happens in parallel with the orchestra, whereas I commit to what they haven't played. A leader must commit to that which has not yet happened. Otherwise, you're not really leading. In fact, you're actually following, and this is the maestro to a student conductor. And so here's what he's saying. And by the way, let me tell you that the book has kind of these sections. The first section, business problems, maestro rehearsing and performing, and then some student conductors, and the maestro's teaching them, and then I'll tell you about the last one in a minute. So he's watching a student, and the student is basically conducting as the orchestra is playing, kind of following. And the maestro says, no, that doesn't work. And he literally stands behind the student, and he takes the hand of the baton, and he leads the hand. And what he says is, you've got to be a half step ahead of the orchestra. You've got to be just ahead of where they are, because they need to know where to go. If you are with them, you're following them. If you are just a half step ahead, then you are leading them, and that's the key. I think that's a terrific example. So the leader that stands on the podium and makes remarkable things happen, the leader hears, sees the future, and is one half step ahead, beckoning the people to follow. Maestro, a surprising story about leading by listening. I hope you found this useful. Thank you very much.